Everything they tried to keep away from you, God is about to bring it to your doorstep. Get ready for this one. It's big. We've all had times in our life where sabotage took place, or the dislike we received from another person, which caused them to make things harder for us or difficult for us. There may have even been some times or some situations to where things may have been withheld or taken or cut back because your growth was hurting people. You started to do too good in the eyesight of some of the people who were around you. And that's similar to the Hebrews when they were in Egypt. They started to do good. They were pleasing to the eyes of the Lord. And they started to increase in number and in strength and become great. And that hardened Pharaoh's heart to have to let go this great of a nation of people. Sometimes people just want to keep you where you're at. Sometimes people just want to keep you where you're at. And for you to outgrow what they feel about you or what they think about you, it shatters their reality and the vision that they have of you. So when you're not just an average, regular Joe Blow, when you're not just a nobody, when you're not just choosing to settle for less, it's going to offend some people. Why aren't you accepting to live a mediocre, average life like me? Now other people are going to look at me and you different. What makes you any different than me? The choices you make makes you different. The ideas you have about yourself, how you feel about yourself, what you think about yourself, that's what makes you different. And they want to try to withhold things from you, like that's going to stop you from getting what God has for you. They could take something from you. They could make something difficult for you to obtain. They could make it so you can't get what you were going to get from them. You know what? We're going to withdraw this. We're going to cut this back. Just like Isaac and Rebekah, when they kept digging the well. They dug this well, they took that well. They dug this well, they took another well. They didn't go. You don't give up. The story of Isaac and Rebekah, they kept taking his well. You dig this well and dig that well, and guess what? They said, we're going to take this. To dig, that's work. You know how it is? Do you know how much work it takes to dig a well? That's not just going to work, clocking in, clocking out, and going home. That's some real work. That's the type of work you do when you got your own property. You're willing to put so much work into something because it's yours, and you know without a shadow of a doubt you're going to reap the benefit of it. That's why a lot of people within this wicked matrix that we have, this system, some people are depressed because it's hard for them to truly see the effort that they're putting into something, so they don't understand the amount of value that they can get out of something. That's why motivational tapes like this are important. Videos like this are important. Reading something and taking inspiration from it is important. Isaac and Rebekah, he kept digging that well. They kept taking it from him. You know how it takes work to dig a well. Isaac had to be jacked. Isaac was getting his workout on digging that well. He was digging that well. And on top of that, he finished it. He dug the well. Before, I'm just imagine you dig a well. I could finally relax, kick my feet up, get some water. We about to wash some clothes. We about to boil some. We about to boil some water. We about to water some crops. We about to make some whatever we about to make. Cook some food. Make some stew. Whatever we're gonna use this water for. Pack it up so we have some for later. And then you have some people, you'd be like, what the hell do y'all want right now? And they didn't just take one well from him. They took about a good 2 or 3 before he was able to establish himself in a distant land to where they left him alone. Man, we'll let you have this one. God let them test Isaac. He was testing his faith and testing his belief. And by the time he truly believed that this was his well, they backed off. He knew he deserved it. He knew he was worthy of it. And this is why nobody can truly take what God has for you. By the time he got to that well, he said, you know what? He said, this is for me. God has this specifically for me. They cannot take this one. This one is mine. They can come for this one all they want, but they're not going to get this one. They didn't give this to me. They can't take this away. God gave this to me. This is mine. That symbolizes you using your gifts and talents to overcome what you have to face, to overcome what you have to deal with. If you're a dancer, they might be able to rip the stage from underneath your feet and take it apart, plank and nail, but they still can't take your desire to be a dancer away from you. They still can't take the rhythm of your beating heart to make you get out on that dance floor when you hear some music, even if there ain't no dance floor. Still dance anyway. Even if there are things missing, even if you're not feeling complete, even if there are people who want to sabotage you and making it difficult for you to do what you need to do, still do it. Still do it. Because everything they tried to keep away from you, God is about to bring it to your doorstep. Just like Isaac got his well, you're going to get your well. But just like Pharaoh didn't want to let go of the Egyptians, just like Pharaoh didn't want to let go of the Hebrews, these people don't want to let go of their idea of you. They like you. They like you looking how you currently look. They like you how you currently are. They like having a position above you. And they can't stand to have you on an equal playing field. They can't stand to have you have anything that makes you and them similar. You're already better than them. If you get on the level that they're at, it's going to be too much for them to handle. It's your level of being on the same level that they're on is going to be visually and different, and it's going to stimulate people differently. You could be on the same level as them and still look like you're above them. Not that that's your aim or your claim to fame. You just want to be great. You just want to do what you are here to do. That's it. That's it. So the things that they didn't want to see you have, you're going to have that in surplus. Trust and believe that the things they didn't want you to have, you're going to have that in surplus. They tried to take this from you. Guess what? You're going to have nothing but what they tried to take. Is going to just be constantly coming into your life. But you have to be able to let go of bitterness. You have to be able to let go of hatred or resentment or feeling negative towards them. Isaac didn't feel any type of way towards them. He kept digging. They took this well, he moved on to the next well. When you get the, when they pursue you in one city, you flee to the next. He didn't just stay there and let them afflict him and just use his well and watch them use his well. It takes effort to dig a well. A lot of you have taken effort and put into your life and put into your plan and put into an opportunity, and for it to be taken from you, it could be devastating. For other people to want to sabotage you and not want to see you get your piece of the pie when they already have a whole pie, and all you're trying to do is get your piece, get your what this tastes like, so you can get some more ingredients and build off of that. But some people don't even want you to have that, and you still gotta continue to fight. You still gotta continue to come back and get what's yours. That's what Isaac did. He kept digging. Isaac said, yo, look at God. And then I don't even think anybody peeped this during this time period. What did Isaac Hayes say? Can you dig it? I think different. Lord forgive me, I think different, man. Isaac Hayes said, can you dig it? Isaac in the Bible was digging a damn well. The proof is in the pudding. We know who we are. Truth crushed the earth shall, truth crushed the earth shall rise again. Truth crushed the earth shall rise again. That's wild. You got Isaac in the Bible digging wells, and you got Isaac Hayes. Probably look just like Isaac digging the well. Bald head, beard, full beard. Talking about some kid. Isaac was like, can you dig it? And people came and took that well and said, nope, we don't have to. You just did. And he still didn't give up. You know how difficult it is to dig a well? That's like some of us putting all our time and effort into some company for them to just come and tell us, hey, we don't need you anymore. You can take your efforts elsewhere. You can take your business elsewhere. We've used you for what you can do for us, and now it's time for you to go. They waited for him to dig that well, and they took it. A lot of them will watch you and wait till you're about to get to a better position in life and then let you go. That happens to some people. You don't think it can't? It does. God bless you if it hasn't happened to you. That happens to some people. God forbid. So, you got to keep digging. It's life. You got to keep digging. You got to keep it digging. Got to keep digging. You can't stop because they're trying to take your well. You can't stop because you can't say, oh, well, they took my well, and then just give up. No. At some point, you're going to be thirsty. At some point, you're going to need water. At some point, you're going to have your animals are going to be thirsty. And that's just a representation of you're going to need things in life. You're going to have to sustain yourself off of some type of resource that you have to work towards. But whatever I'm telling you, like they're trying to keep you away from being able to provide for yourself and take care of your bare necessities. They can't focus on themselves long enough not to, though. Just like they had to focus on Isaac and him digging the well. They're in the next town over, watching Isaac, all this wealth, all this prosperity, all this well digging equipment. He got to pack up shop. Okay, I'll leave. Y'all can have it. Okay, I'll leave. Y'all can have it. That last one, he said, this is for me. This is divinely given to me by the Creator. I'm speaking it. I'm claiming it. Isaac put his name on that well. He said, y'all take this. Y'all going to have to take me with it. They left that well. They left that one alone. They left Isaac. He said, can you dig it? They said, nah. Hey, sorry, my brother. We're going to have to get our own. They left that one alone. They weren't able to take that one. Why? Because he knew he truly earned that one. And he truly knew God wanted him to have that. And he deserved it. He knew he deserved it. And you know you deserve better too. You know you deserve greater too. You know you do. So those that tried to keep jobs from you, those that tried to keep opportunities from you, some of you were about to get a raise and maybe somebody slandered you, or some of you guys were about to get a promotion, maybe somebody slandered you, said you weren't a good fit, said you weren't professional enough, said you wouldn't be a good idea to give all this responsibility to. You couldn't handle it. Way better than the other person anyway. Whatever people don't want you to have. Maybe it's a Truman Show situation. Maybe they see you got somebody that likes you, and they mix that up and mess that up. Separated the two of y'all some way, somehow. Got you up out of there. Now you can't even see this person. Don't even know how this person is doing. What God has for you is for you, all right? They're going to try to take the good that they see you have coming to you. They can see you have good coming into your life because you're a good person. You have good karma. You have a good heart that attracts good, positive people and good, positive things to it. You may have to start thinking better about other people, regardless of their attitude or their negativity towards you, and that's going to cause you to run into better people. What you see is what you get. Even if they're rascals, don't call them rascals or look at them like that, because that's what you're going to get out of them. All right, the true spiritual warfare is within. It's dealing with yourself and dealing with your own demons. All right, these people are a representation of our own demons. Not to say that we're evil, but everybody has internal conflict. Everybody has things that other people could draw out of you that you have to work on within yourself. Otherwise, you're not going to be exercising any control over yourself or how you respond or react to things. So when people try to keep things from you, they didn't want you to have that nice paying job. Guess what? Money's going to come your way. Job opportunities are going to come your way. They're going to flood you. They're going to be flooding your emails with interviews. All right, they're going to be flooding your phone with calls telling you we have this work for you. We have this opportunity for you. We got this bag for you. Any type of good they didn't want to see you with. Anything that they didn't want you to be able to experience. Anything, any level they didn't want you to be able to rise up to. Because just like Pharaoh did not want them to rise up to that level. They grew strong in the land. They were in Goshen. They had to dwell in Goshen. Sound like Goku. I think that's an actual Dragon Ball Z character. All right, they had to dwell in the land of Goshen, and that was the land where none of the plagues fell. They made the whole land of Egypt dark, and none of the land of Goshen got dark. The land of Goshen, none of their firstborn died. None of their crops died. Imagine having a neighbor live next door to you, and all his animals die, and yours live. But it's all right over here. Imagine living next door to somebody and this darkness falling upon their house, and nothing but light and sun shining and the birds chirping and singing, possibly a little rainbow in the background to signify the destruction of unrighteousness and wickedness, not no fruity stuff. All types of good things going on for those who truly believe, for those who do right. All right, you had some people in your past whose heart was hardened. They didn't want you to work that second job and have all them hours. Oh, you work here and you work there? We're going to cut this back. They didn't want to see you grow. Would they have done that to Johnny? No. Would they have done that to Susie Mae? No. Are we hating on Johnny or Susie Mae? No. But was it right for them to do that to you? Was it right for them to try to stop your progress? Even though they technically can't. That's why that's another reason why you can't base your faith off of appearances. That's another reason why when things go wrong, you can't go wrong with them, because they'll try to make you think that your life is dependent upon the situation that's been given to you, or the situation that's at hand. Your life is not dependent upon an opportunity that somebody can give to you or take away from you. Your value, don't base your value off of an opportunity that somebody can give or take away from you. You're supposed to be putting so much effort and time and investment into yourself that you can become the one who grants yourself opportunities, or the opportunities come knock on your door. Just like they came and saw his success and saw him digging that well. You keep working, sooner or later there are going to be opportunities that knock on your door. And in another sense, they're going to come after what you have, but not in the way that they came after Isaac and Rebekah when they tried to take the well from them. They're going to try to come to your well for some water to drink. They're going to be like, hey, I'm thirsty. I need some wisdom. I need some knowledge. I need some help. How do I do this? How can I make my life better? How can I become greater? How can I become more successful? How can I become better? So everything happens for a reason. The things that you were without, it was to make you go after them even harder. The things that you needed that were taken from you, the opportunities that you earned and were supposed to be able to have, it forced you to become someone that you never imagined. It forced you to realize that you had something within you that you would have never known existed. What they meant to you for bad, God meant to you for good. They kept taking them wells from Isaac. Well, guess what? He ended up getting the best land and the best well and the best water too. They kept trying to destroy the Hebrews. They kept growing mightier in strength. They kept having more babies and becoming a greater, larger people in increasing numbers. Because that's what God wanted, regardless of what Pharaoh wanted. Even backed them into the little corner of Goshen. And they had to dwell there because why? Pharaoh hated shepherds. Like the ways that you have aren't the ways of other men when you are this kind of person. Someone who wants to be successful, someone who wants to be great, someone who puts God first in their life. All right, somebody that's not the type of person to take something from someone because they don't want to see him grow. Your ways aren't their ways. They have some evil, wicked ways, some unrighteous ways. God wanted you to know the difference between you and others. God wanted you to know what type of person that you were not supposed to be. And he wanted you to know who he wanted you to stand up for and what to stand up for. This is wrong. So what I'm going to be for the opposite of this. I'm going to be for what's right then. And speak truth to power. You're going to get yours. Trust and believe that. They may have did you dirty. They may have did you wrong. But guess what? Isaac still got his well. The Hebrews may have had to go through hell, but they still got out the land of Egypt. They still got out of bondage. And really what those people, it's so deep. What that represents is the mind. Your mind, because they had to keep seeing wonders and miracles, and the mind is like that. It'll believe something will happen, and then you'll have to work on it again because it starts to believe in the illusion. The Hebrews, they started to forget about God and they started to believe in the illusion. Started to build a calf, and what that calf represented was untapped potential, unused spiritual power. That's what that calf that Aaron built for them Hebrews represented. because they were out in the land, started to complain again, started to, oh, this and that, oh, that and this, oh, this and that. Instead of knowing that they were going to be all right. That's what Moses represented. Moses represented right thinking. Moses was the Christ of that scenario. He was the one who believed. He saw God face to face. He saw the back of God. And he saw the presence of God to the point to where he had to cover his face from the people, because Moses was shining with so much light. He rose to a point in his consciousness to where he was able to see the Spirit of the Lord. That's what I'm taking from it. I could be incorrect, but he was able to see that cloud of the Lord. So I'm going to call it the Spirit of the Lord. And there was so much light coming from that Moses had to cover his face, because the people couldn't see Moses. Because there was so much light in him. Because there's no darkness in God. There is only light. In God there is no darkness at all. There is only light. All right, so this one's going to be big. See it for yourself. Feel it for yourself. Know that it's for you. If they try to take it from you, you're just going to continue to get better. You're just going to continue to be greater. You're just going to continue to be stronger and better and bigger, and more amazing, wonderful things are going to happen to you. So, but you have to let go, and you have to let go of what they took or what they did, or all of that negative nonsense, for something greater, for something better, for something new, for something good, as you should. All right, I'll see you in the next video. Peace, love, and light. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you'd like to support my channel, my Cash App is in the description. Please send a donation today. It would be greatly appreciated. You're donating to a worthy cause, and I'll see you next time.